expected to be a part of a report on unidentified aerial phenomena to be presented to Congress this summer. Already online.
More than 100 billion stars in our galaxy. The odds are pretty good that aliens exist. Some things just can't be explained.
Oh, who is she? A misty man.
It started as a light in the sky.
It was almost impossible to speak, move, really do anything. All I can think was, my God, what is this thing? Is this thing real?
Each year, anywhere from 300 to 9,000 alien sightings occur. In Portsmouth, Ohio, we meet Linda and Earl.
Hi, Linda?
Who are you?
The film crew?
That's today?
Yep, today. Do you mind if I come in?
Yep.
Great, perfect. Hi.
Hi.
Earl?
Yep.
All right. Perfect.
We're starting.
Yep. It's all good. You're ready to go. Oh my god. I feel like I'm on stage. Okay.
So, I grew up in a little town. It was always so quiet. Everybody knew everything about everyone.
Linda and I, we both went to high school together.
Supposed to be sweethearts. Donna, quiet! Before it all happened.
She was a good student, always worried about grades and exams, so I just wanted to do something special for her.
I remember the night it happened. Well, the start of it. I mean, Earl wanted to surprise me with a little getaway.
I was broke. I had about $70, but I still had this idea to do something special for her.
He wanted to be spontaneous. And when Earl gets an idea, he's stuck on it.
It was late September, so the trees were changing colors, and I really didn't know how far $70 could get me until this trip.
I didn't care where we went. I didn't care what we did. I was just excited to be with him, you know. Wasn't till the third day when the storm clouds rolled over that we decided to give up our little paradise.
We were fighting with the hurricane, and Linda's parents kept calling for her to come home.
The roads were long, the car ride was long, and I remember looking out the window, and I turn over to Earl and I say, Earl, do you see that? Do you see that right there? Earl is a practical man, okay? His IQ is 140, so he's real intelligent, but even he wasn't convincing me.
I mean, what was I supposed to say? Every mile we got closer, it got brighter, and it was zigzagging through the trees, and I was supposed to believe that that was just a star.
And then, all of a sudden, we were home. I mean, how do you explain that? It was 2 hours, and then all of a sudden, we were home.
We were exhausted the next day. She missed school, and that was really big for her. And we didn't even end up talking about what happened until the next week.
After a week, I was with Earl in our 8th period class, and I hated that class, so I was real excited to get out of there, you know. And I'm daydreaming about the getaway, and I say, I'm like, isn't it funny how all of a sudden it ended? It just ended like that.
I told her that car ride really kicked my ass. I was so sore, and I had bruises on my thighs to show for it. I heard of physical stress manifesting, but this was something different.
And when I saw Earl's bruises, I was taken aback, to say the least, because I had a dream that he got those bruises, but I didn't think it was real. You know, I mean, it was a dream.
She told me about this dream she had, and I guess by the tone of her voice, she was expecting me to laugh, but I didn't.
I don't think you were dreaming. what he said to me.
So was it possible that these 2 hours had not gone missing? I mean, Linda and I were having the same dream, and more than that, there was even physical evidence on my legs.
So, like, how do you want me to do this? Do I, just describe the dream, or, what do you want me to do?
Just jump right into it.
On September 22nd, 2015, Linda Roberts and Earl Campbell experienced one of the 8,696 sightings spotted in that year alone.
So as Linda's telling me this story, I realized I've heard this before.
It started as a light in the sky.
It was so distracting, and I know Linda didn't want the trip to end, but we pulled over, and as we did,
It stopped. It stopped.
it hovered about 100 feet, give or take.
Maybe it's a satellite, of course.
Earl, if you think that's a satellite or a star, you're being completely ridiculous.
I mean, we started hollering. I don't know if it was out of fear or stupidity, maybe, but we were up in arms.
All I can think was, my God, what is this thing? Is this thing real?
The rush of adrenaline was on its come down, and we were just hit with a huge wave of exhaustion. I heard beep, beep, and then I crashed.
We had to have been dragged up this ramp onto the craft, and as that was happening, Linda was just gone, and I was stuck with it. It was almost impossible to move, speak, or really do anything at all.
I tried to scream for Earl, but it's like there was something in me that was telling me to be quiet.
And they came out with all this equipment, knives, tubes, and rocks.
It was very bright, so I felt a little disoriented.
They started plucking out our hair,
Scraping.
taking clippings.
They were green, and they were sort of like, they were green, I have a hard time remembering the details, but all I remember for sure is that they were green.
And I was sprawled out on a table that was way too small for me, and all I could remember was cold. The leader, who I assumed was the leader, kept throwing rocks at me.
I'm pretty sure they were making fun of me, because I remember one of the small ones, he was pointing at me, and he started making these sounds like he was laughing. He was like, "Gah! Eh! Oh, wabba, woo, woo, woo! Wabba, wooey!" Like that,
And all I could think of the whole time was, is Linda okay?
And I remember asking it where we were, and it had the gall to say to me, "If you don't know where you are, then what's the point of me telling you where you are?"
I personally just see these aliens in my night terrors, but Linda swears she sees them all the time.
We woke up in the car, in our driveway, and we were mostly fine besides Earl's leg and my crushed ego.
And Linda's cousin does these police sketches, so I thought it would be a good idea for Linda to describe what she saw so we can get this out on Facebook.
I told my cousin, Bo Lee's sketch, what I saw. But to be honest, the drawing wasn't that helpful.
And we felt lost for a while. And this article was the start of something big.
They mostly thought we were crazy, but by the grace of God, our story was discovered. Oh golly, did people love us! Me and Earl were so taken aback, but we gave them what they wanted. We wrote a little book and everything.
It was called Captured.
It was helpful to piece the puzzle pieces together.
But ultimately, Linda and I didn't work out.
Earl likes to say things didn't work out. But I'll tell you right now why it didn't work out, okay? Earl likes to capitalize off of things, and he wanted to capitalize off of this, but I wanted to tell it like how it was. Earl wanted to do an alien battle scene. An alien which never happened, by the way. He was so, he was just, yeah.
It has been 6 years since the event of that night, and the couple has since split. Faced with criticism and support, the couple struggled to last. Skeptics of their story still say that it was all publicity, and that the myth was started to answer monetary needs. Others feel that the sincerity of their story holds its own. Regardless of whether or not the tale rings true, the bottom line is that there are worlds beyond our own that have yet to be explored. What lies beyond the surface? Who is out there?
Our hearts are free, so tell me what's wrong.